All right, we are on start time. Before I take questions from everyone in the chat, I will run through a few of the questions that were left in the comments to the weekly What's On vodcast. And after I've run through a few of those, I'll then give you all the chance to ask some questions in the chat. So please hold off. Don't shoot any questions through until I ask for them, because I won't be able to see them. I'm looking at the other screen at the moment. All right, so we're running through the comments there that I can see. Now, unfortunately, a few questions came through about the changes that have already been put in place. I was looking for questions about the changes coming up on Monday, but there are a couple that I can answer in here that I'm sure a few of you are wondering. A lot of people with no questions. That's good. Thanks for leaving your comment anyway. All right, I've got one from Mischief in the chat. In the comments on the weekly What's On vodcast. So we'll use Mischief's question first of all. She wants to know, I wish you would give us options of 6-minute games or 60-minute games for tokens. And the response to that, Mischief, is the tokens are supposed to be hard to get, folks. Tokens are the key to winning prizes, so we can't just give them away easily. You need to work for them. And we had to make the call, one or the other. If we're giving away tokens in 6-minute games and 60-minute sessions, then there'll be too many tokens given away. So we've gone with the option of giving them away every 6 minutes in game, so people can come and go as they please. You don't have to sit around for an hour to have the chance to win one. And we just feel that will be the best option. So we'll alternate between manual dob games and auto dob games, and during busy periods on the site we'll have auto dob and manual dob running simultaneously. But as explained in the Bingo Port Bulletin, if you don't have access tokens and you're not prepared to use the other methods to get them, then you can play in the silver lobby in those token games for your chance to win access tokens. Once again, folks, before I ask for questions from the chat, I'll just run through a few of the others that have been asked. Sandra Scherer has asked, can we please have the next ball put on all the big games? And yes, that's coming, Sandra. I understand that the live stream video hides the next ball in the chute on the big game, so that is coming. It won't be coming on Monday, but we are working on it. It will be coming soon. Troy Pritchard has asked why the PP starts so low. The reason they start so low, Troy, is because if they started high, then it'd be too easy to cash out. The reason we give PPs in tournaments are purely to decide who wins them. The PPs in the tournaments are not the prize. It is the prize at the end that counts, whether that be qualification, whether that be a 5,000 port point pot, whether it be tokens, whatever it is. The PPs given out throughout the tournament are supposed to be low. They are only there to determine who wins the tournament. They are not the reason you're playing in the tournament. All right, moving on to a few others. Alexa Kaver has asked, can we get the glitches of the last update done first? As far as I know, Alexa, there are no glitches. Everything's working as it should. If you're having issues, please email us. It would be down to your device, your internet connection only. There are no glitches on the game. Sherry Lash has asked, I was wondering if there was going to be smaller games like there is in the bronze room when the new update comes. So the smaller games, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but the only games on the site will be the silver lobby, will be token games. They cost 100 port points to play, and if you get a bingo, you win an access token. They are the small games. They are the games that you play if you don't have access tokens and you're not prepared to use other methods to get them. The main reason for the site is to win prizes, and so the main attention should be focused on getting into the gold lobby to play in the games where you win port points and you can win prizes. So if you're not prepared to try the other methods to get access tokens, like becoming a premium subscriber, buying merchandise, referring friends, taking up the offers that are available, then you can use the free route, which is by playing in the token games in the silver lobby. And every 6 minutes there is a game, 100 port points to play. Sorry, once again, folks, please remember, don't put your comments in at the moment. I cannot see them. I'm on another page reading the comments from Wednesday. When I'm finished doing this, I'll ask you for your questions in the chat. Text Night Angel asked, will I be sending out a link for the live video? No, is the answer to that, Text Night Angel, but I will send out an email with a link to the video once it's done so people can see the recording. Nancy Skillman has asked, is the bronze room going away next week? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Nancy. There will be no bronze lobby. It's just the silver. So you play in the silver lobby if you don't have access tokens. You play in there to try and win them. Or you take the other routes to get access tokens so that you can get straight into the gold lobby and play in the games and sessions that actually matter. Okay, another one from Sue Weinman. The question I have, in one place I thought it said you have to qualify for Friday Night Live. Another place it said show up with 10 access tokens and 1,000 PPs. All right, that's an easy one to explain. That's 2010 Harley. So currently, you just show up with 10 access tokens and 1,000 poor points to play. Starting next week, you will need to qualify. So that's the difference. From Monday, all the big sessions you will need to qualify for, but qualifiers will take place every 10 minutes in the gold lobby. There'll be a qualifying game, not a qualifying tournament, for all the big sessions. Check the schedule. It is in the Bingo Port Bulletin, but there will be qualifying games running all day long. They are your chance to qualify for the big sessions. If you don't happen to qualify, whether that's you're unlucky enough not to get through, or you just don't have time to try and qualify, you can use 30 access tokens at the door to get straight in to those sessions. So you don't need to qualify, but it may work out best for you if you want to save yourself some access tokens. T Sunshine. So far, I like the change. However, the downside is it costs more money to play. Never ran out of access tokens before. Cannot play in many big games. It's hard to win tokens. Do not want to buy stuff. T Sunshine, that's completely up to you. You don't have to buy stuff. And yes, tokens are harder to get. And the expectation is that you don't get to play every game. Once upon a time, we only had 3 or 4 prize games a week. Now we're going to have them all day long, every day of the week. So no, we don't expect that for free, you'll be able to play in every session and every game in the gold lobby. If you are prepared to spend money on merchandise, then potentially you can if you want to play all day long. But we don't expect everyone to play all day long, every day of the week. Normally when you play bingo, you play maybe a couple of hours, a few times a week. And that's what you'll be able to do if you are playing for free. If you want to spend more money to play longer and play in more of the sessions, then you can do so. Another question from Anne Buckley. Do our access tokens roll over to next month or do we lose them? All right, I see this question quite a bit. And the answer is quite simple. All access tokens are valid for 30 days from the date you receive them. Next month or not, doesn't matter. It's 30 days from the date you receive your tokens. So if you get 300 tokens for your premium bulletin subscription today, they will last you until 30 days from now. If you win a token in a token game tomorrow, it will last you 30 days from tomorrow. So all tokens last for 30 days from the date you receive that token. And it uses, I get this question a bit too, when you play or use your tokens, it will use the ones that you've received first. So I hope that explains that. Another question about do tokens roll over to next month? And just answered that. Carla Catalage. Carla, how do you get to Las Vegas for that if you win the Plaza Bingo? Any way you like, Carla. You can drive, you can fly, you can walk, you can run, you can swim if you're in a pool on the back of a truck. But you make your own way to Las Vegas for the Plaza Super Bingo if you happen to win. All right, that's all the questions that were left on the comments on the weekly What's On vodcast. So I hope I've answered all of those. And folks, sorry for those who were leaving comments in the chat. I could not see them because I was on another page. Now I'm back. So shoot, folks, anyone who is here on the live broadcast, we've got 12 of you in the room. If you have questions now, can you please pump them through and I'll answer as we go. Carolyn, how many people can qualify at a time? I'm going to guess you mean for each of the big sessions. And the answer is no limit, really. So you will play in the qualifying games that take place all day long. If you get a bingo, then you qualify for that session. If there is a share on the bingo and 5 people get it, then 5 will qualify for that session. But the games will go all day long. And also, if you don't qualify, you can turn up at the door with 30 access tokens to get in. So there is no cap on how many people are in all of the big sessions. It's just a matter of doing what you can to get in there. Viral boom. Thanks, Brett. Hello, nice to see you too. No question from Brett. L. Pat James. Sorry, folks, if your name on your YouTube is different to your username, please let me know your username as you leave your comment, just so I know who you are. Do we receive tokens on any bingo port win, even if it is not a token game? Couple of ways to answer that. So in the silver lobby, all prizes are tokens. You cannot win port points in the silver lobby. You spend port points and you are winning tokens. If you run out of port points, you get to spin the wheel. You'll get some more, and then you go again. Important notice here, folks. You're hearing it first. If you are not a premium subscriber, from Monday, you will be limited to 2 spins of the wheel per day. So whatever you spin up on the wheel, you get 2 spins per day, and that will enable you to play those games in the silver lobby. For premium subscribers to the Bingo Port Bulletin, you will get 6 spins of the wheel each day to get more port points to play in the silver lobby. And that's the answer to that question. Now, in the gold lobby, yes, some of the games, some of the tournaments, you will win tokens. So they will be our token booster tournaments or token booster games. But most of the sessions in the gold lobby are about winning port points. So I hope that's answered your question. Bust today. There you go. Thank you. All right. Any other questions in there? I can't see any more. I'll give you a few minutes just to digest that information. I might have triggered a few more questions. And yeah, go ahead, folks. Fire away. This is your chance. Answer whatever you have. I've got a bit of time. I won't clock off until about 5 to 7. That'll give me time to get ready for the Friday night live session, which will be coming up straight after this broadcast. Not if you're watching the replay, folks. Val, great question. Can you provide us a way to track our tokens, one, like we can with the PPs? That is coming too, Val. Unfortunately, it won't be ready for Monday, but it is high on the agenda. You will be able to see all the tokens that you have. So you'll see a token count, and then you'll be able to see a token history too. So you'll see how you've won your tokens, how you've used your tokens, and if they've expired, the date that they've expired. So there will be a full token history available to you, just like there is a port points history at the moment in your account. Hopefully that will allow people to keep track of them. Another thing, folks, which I haven't mentioned yet, but it is a big plus that is coming on Monday, is if you qualify for one of the big sessions, it will now show up in the lobby. So you'll be able to see that you've qualified for a session. It will sit there nice and prominent at the top, showing that you have qualified for one of the big sessions with a countdown or a timer announcement as to when that session's taking place, so you don't forget. And then as it gets closer to that session, it will count down too. So hopefully now you will never miss out on one of the sessions you've qualified for. It will show you in the lobby that all the sessions that you have qualified for already, so you know which ones to keep trying for. All right, anyone else? Okay, in order. Carolyn, how long will the games go on during the day? Okay, so the few answers to that question, Carolyn. The games in the silver lobby start every 6 minutes. So they will go from 9 a.m. Eastern all the way through until finishing at 2 a.m. Eastern. And the same in the gold lobby. All the games will start at 9 a.m. Eastern and go until 2 a.m. Eastern. There will be no games, nothing happening on the site between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern. The reason being there just aren't enough people playing. There's really just not any point playing at that time. And as of Monday, we are only giving away tokens in the silver lobby. So if we had 4 or 5 people playing all night for tokens, they just rack them up and have an unfair advantage over everyone else. So no games between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern. And in the gold lobby, you'll have the choice of qualifying games, which will take place every 10 minutes all the way through the day from 9 a.m. till 2 a.m. Eastern. And then there'll be other games and tournaments taking place as well. Combination of hourly tournaments and 10-minute games. Plenty happening. All those that scheduling is in the Bingo Port Bulletin. Okay, another question. Can you tell us, I'm assuming that, can you tell us what you can win on the new Big Saturday session? Linda Nicholson, thanks for the question. That information will be coming soon. Still finalising the details of the Super Saturday session. It will be similar, though, I'll let you know, a similar sort of scenario to the Mega Sunday session. Won't be exactly the same because that would just make it a little boring, but similar to the Super Saturday session. Okay, who else we got? Jan DW, will there ever be a way we can exit a game should we end up in the wrong room? Good one, Jan. And yes, I'm on top of that. Won't be ready for Monday, but yet once again, we will have that option. So if you do happen to enter the wrong session or game, it will allow you to actually, sorry, I should clarify. That won't be the case. But when you do enter a room or a session, I should say, session or a game, we are going to put in a confirmation pop-up that will say, are you sure this is the game or session you wish to enter? That will give you a chance at that stage to go, oops, I'm in the wrong one, cancel and exit, or continue in. So that's the best we can do. We won't be able to allow you to enter a game or session and then pull out halfway through. So I hope that's answered your question. What do we got next? All right. Yeah. If you're happy with that response, that's good. Any more, folks? I've got about another 5 minutes before we finish up. So I might just give you some more information about the silver lobby just to explain. So the expectation, folks, is that you're only in the silver lobby just to get tokens so that you can get into the gold lobby. We will be restricting the silver lobby to players. Important to note this. If you are not a premium subscriber, you will only be allowed in the silver lobby if you have less or 3 or less tokens. So less than 3. Once you get to 3 tokens, you'll need to get into the gold lobby to use them. So you won't be able to sit in the silver lobby and accrue tokens. Once you get to 3 as a non-premium bulletin subscriber, you will need to go into the gold lobby and use them so that you can try and win points or more tokens if you like. For premium subscribers to the Bingo Port Bulletin, you will be able to enter the silver lobby only when you have less than 50 access tokens. So if you've got more than 50, you don't need to be playing in the silver lobby. You should be using those tokens in the games and sessions that matter in the gold lobby. Once you drop below 50, we'll give you the chance to get into the silver lobby and try and win some more to top them up. I hope that's answered a few questions too. Why the PPs are big during the Plaza games? Okay, well, they'll be dropping too, Troy, is the quick response to that. So all tournaments that take place will have small amounts of port points because, as I mentioned, they are only there to determine the winner of the tournament. And one other thing, the Plaza tournaments won't exist from Monday. There'll be Plaza qualifying games. So the Plaza qualifying games, you will not win port points. You will just win qualification into the major sessions. An important one to know. Thanks, Shah. Flattery will get you everywhere. All right, who else? Any others in there? Sorry, I hope I haven't missed any. All right. There doesn't look to be too many more. I'll give you another 5 minutes just in case someone comes in late and has something important. And in case you're busy typing, I don't want to cut you off in case you're already typing a question. So I'll give you a few more minutes. So just want to reiterate again, folks, the reason for the changes. The site is all about winning prizes, but we can't give away too many prizes to everyone. There has to be some level of difficulty involved in getting in to play for those prizes. So from Monday, you will obviously need to use tokens to get into the sessions that matter. And we can't give the tokens away too easily either. There will be the opportunity, there always will be the opportunity to win them by playing for free, to then get into the sessions where you can win prizes and port points. But the opportunities to win those tokens will always be limited, and you will need to try and explore the other options to earn access tokens if you want to play as many games as possible. So make sure you check that access tokens link on the website to find out all the ways to earn access tokens. Explore them all. There are plenty of free options, and there are options that will require you to spend money. It's up to you which of those options you choose, but obviously when you spend money, you get more access tokens as reward. Okay, any questions come through here? Cindy Me, renewals the 5th, never got your tokens today. Okay, the 5th isn't over yet, Cindy. So the tokens will go in at the exact time that your payment is processed for your premium bulletin subscription. So if you haven't got your tokens yet, that would mean your payment has not been processed yet, and it is processed at the same time that you started your subscription. So be a little patient. I'm sure will happen at some stage during the evening that your payment will be processed and then you'll get your tokens. Any others, folks? Just 2 minutes left now, folks. I will need to end it so that I can get prepped for the Friday Night Live. Okay, once again, it will, whatever time you started your yearly subscription, whatever time that happened on the 5th is the time that your tokens will be credited. So it doesn't get credited at the start of the day. It is at the exact time that your subscription commenced. All right, any others, folks? Last chance to get in on the questions before we finish up. It's not going to be a regular thing, our Q&A live, but I'm sure I will do another at some stage. No more? All right, folks. That is about it. I hope I answered plenty of questions for you there. As I said, the link for the live, I'll email out later today so that everyone who wasn't able to attend can get the answers to the questions that you've all asked. I hope it's enlightened you and you're all looking forward to the big changes on Monday, as I am. And if you're lucky enough to have 10 access tokens, and then I'll see you in the Friday Night Live session coming up in just 5 minutes. That's, of course, for those currently watching live. If you're watching the replayed version, forget that. The Friday Night Live session has come and gone already. Thanks for joining us, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.